Okay, so the problem I was dealing with this morning was that if I do these in the same, if I apply the the coastline fall off and the biome zone border in the same step, in the same loop, the borders don't seem to apply. We'll just apply all of them. Let's do this unconditionally and reset our assumptions to the baseline. It's taking a lot longer when I do it in one step than if I were to do it in the two. Okay, so I applied both. Our coastline looks good. Coastline looks good. Our borders actually look fine as well. Why is this one so fucky? Because you have a fall-off side. Why would you have a fall-off side? Top left. So, yeah, why would this one have a fall-off side? It shouldn't. Oh, this one is entirely C. Okay. So yeah, this has it on the top left. So that would be oriented this way. This is top left up here. Okay. Which is weird. Like, this one actually looks okay on this corner, but it doesn't here. Yeah, so I essentially need a way to combine my two fall-off maps, and I thought I could do that. I thought I could do that pretty easily. And now if I divide it by 2, that's the average of the two. But I don't necessarily want the average of the two, because when I am applying the border mountains, I just want that value. And when I'm applying the coastline, I just want that value. So I really only want to do an average when I have both values. I mean, and that's what I thought I was doing here. So let's try this out and see where it takes us. I'm pretty sure I've already tried this. I'm just kind of re-going through the steps that I've taken. God damn, this takes a lot. It's almost like there's some sort of compiler optimizations that I don't get anymore. Okay, so did that make any kind of a difference? I don't know that that made any difference. I mean, and is average of the two even, uh-oh. Okay. I don't even know if... Yeah, I mean, that didn't seem to change anything. that only has border sides. What do I do here? I feel like average of the two should be way to go. I mean, is that, should I keep trying to pursue this? Or do I need to check the next chunk, the nearby, the neighboring chunks? Do I need to check the... So if I use the average of the two, because one is negative, one is positive, if, like, so this has a top, this has a top, but those just cancel out to be like 0, essentially. Yeah, I feel like that's what I would be looking for, I think. I'm a bit confused on how this is working now. It's really hard to tell what's happening to these values because I can't look through the maps. And logging them is not not a good idea. There's way too many to log. So rather, should I just apply the coastline fall off and then, oh, I'm doing it twice. Oops. Oops. Okay, so that's just fucking, okay, so everything I've done so far has been irrelevant. Oops. God damn, dude, Unreal Engine using so much fucking memory. Yeah, I really need to stop the play session whenever I run live coding. Can I have the memory back, please? Like, there's no, you don't need that memory anymore. If I unload the level, I wonder, will it give me that memory back? I don't know why this thing needs to be saved all the time. Somewhat annoying. I mean, Unreal Engine, you're still using so much fucking memory. Like I can't even fucking switch tabs right now. Jesus Christ. How do I get it to release the memory? It's just hogging it for no reason, and it's making everything so fucking slow. Okay, there we go. It just did a big garbage collection right there. So I just have to wait patiently, I suppose. Ugh. Patience? Ugh. Ain't nobody got time for patience. Yeah, okay, so when I apply the average, what happens is it just gets rid of... They cancel out, essentially. That's why I'm not seeing my borders anymore when I do it this way. Because it essentially would just be 0. One of them would be 0. I mean, I guess it wouldn't necessarily cancel out, right? But it wouldn't. Let me look at the coastlines. It wouldn't be as effective, although the coastlines look fine. Yeah, this area, it's so weird that this, like, why I don't understand. Okay, yeah, that's right. This is the one that has one on the top left. Okay, what were we doing? If they're both empty, then we divide that by 2. Okay, and so if we just add both of them, what happens? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's just, the divided by 2, it doesn't really blend. It just makes it less drastic. But I still don't have. It's interesting, like this has border sides on it, right here. And no fall-off sides. So like, why is it just I'm not adding enough? But then it's like, why is this so drastic then? Feels like my border sides aren't being applied. Because when I apply them after this, it does have an impact. This is like quite the conundrum. Yeah, logging these values is telling me nothing, so let's get rid of that, and that'll save some memory, I suppose. So if I just like add these values together, they're just conflicting, and I need to blend them. What would be the way to blend this properly? I wanted to find out like a super mathy way to do this that's like really clever and easy, coding wise. But the other option is to just look at each surrounding chunk in each direction. There's 8 directions, right? This one has a fall-off side on the top left. So this is essentially, this is an ocean tile. It's got fall-off sides on all 4 sides. And so what I would need to say here is like, these values in the top left, should one take precedence over the other? Like either I, from a chunk that has border mountains on it, do I look and blend to the ocean chunks, or do I, from an ocean chunk, blend up to? I think I go from the border one, because this one is just already not correct. But even if I do check the neighboring chunks, what's the logic for the per vertice blend? What do I do here? When I was just straight applying both of them, it was better. Let's go back to that. We'll do this afterwards, and then from here, let's get rid of all that. Don't need the border fall off map. So when I did that, that was like the best result so far, but it still had issues. Let me just remind myself what that looks like. God, that runs so much fucking faster when I do it that way as well. Okay, so I have the border mountains. I can see them now. Right there. They are being applied. Right here, and then there's some right there. So these are the zone borders. I think there's another zone up there as well. But the problem is, right here, when a zone border chunk that has border sides on the chunk, and also has coastline sides, how do I fucking handle that? I mean, I know I obviously need to blend to that, but I'm struggling to come up with like how do I blend? What's the logic for that blend? Do I really have to for this chunk be like, okay, top right, is this an ocean tile? No. Is this an ocean tile? No. Is this? And then, you know, for each direction the logic's going to be a little bit different. Like this one actually blends okay. So sort of. And so this one has fall off sides on the left and top left, right? Because this is an ocean, this is an ocean. This should probably have this is, yeah, so this technically is not an ocean tile because it's a coastline tile, which just barely got any. So this has left ocean, top left ocean. These are both oceans, so we fall off in those directions. But it also has border sides on the top left. That's what's conflicting here. If that border side wasn't on the top left. So maybe what I just do is I don't add it if it's an ocean tile, the border side. I don't, I think maybe that's probably the simplest logic. World chunk flat biome map. So I need to world chunk biome map, not flat coordinate color. So this this is the one that includes, I'll say, is the color map that includes black, white, i.e. Ocean. Okay, so God, this function is going to look gnarly. It's already so bad looking. I should probably, yeah, I'll need to extract out some of this into some variables to. Okay, so this is what now? God, this is going to be so annoying to write. This is right index. This will maybe help it look a little better, but because I'm doing this clamp to check for, to make sure I don't get an index exception for if it's on the very right edge of my world map. So right index is there. Left index is here. I'm going to need to reuse these variables once I get them all set up. This is what, top? Then I need to do the same with the, not just the cardinal directions, but the ordinal directions as well. And again, I'm putting these in variables because I need to reuse the variables to check both the, I have two different color maps that I'm checking the colors for to determine what chunk is next to me. One of which just contains biome information. It does not contain the ocean or water or altitude information. And the other one does. Finally, bottom right index. Okay. So what I need to do is also make sure that I'll need to, if it's on bottom edge, or so every condition that I have here is going to need to be wrapped in parentheses, I think. So wait, why am I not, I should be doing is on top edge or is on bottom edge. Yeah. Yeah, God, this is gonna get so nasty. Or is on left edge, or those aren't equal. Is on bottom edge, or is on right edge. And this is just checking the edges of the maps there. And so what the condition is going to be, say if world chunk biome map right index not equal to 0. Oh, it's a color, so that's going to be the condition for every single one. So I'm going to put all my parentheses here. Should we good? Are we good? Okay. Yeah, and let's put, we're going to do all these ones at once as well, and then I'll go back and change all the indexes. You know what, maybe, I think I kind of want to... Maybe I'll just make a quick lambda auto, what is ocean chunk? Did I do that right? No, I did it backwards. Why don't you like that? What's wrong? This, so it has to be this. Okay, that's fine. I'll just say is ocean chunk. Yeah, that looks quite a bit better. Bottom index. It should also be is not an ocean chunk, right? I wanna ignore. Yeah, I wanna ignore those ones. God, it's so repetitive, but like I don't know. Making a function for this, I would have to pass in a bunch of parameters, and that just might make it harder to understand. Okay, let's see what happens here. Turn it off. Oh my god, my kingdom for this to work. It would be really nice to move on from this problem. That direction. Oh, okay. Does it look? It looks a bit better. It's not as bad. But like this one. Some of these look okay. This should not have a border side on the top left. Why? Top left index. Is on top edge or is on bottom edge? Yeah, that's not right. Is on. This should be is on left edge. Top right, top left, bottom left, bottom right. Okay, is that what was wrong? Is that the only thing that was wrong? Top left, bottom, top left, right. Okay. I'm kind of surprised this doesn't throw exceptions as well. I was kind of expect it to, actually. I guess it's just because I'm not on the edge of the map. That's why. But I assume it will if I was. Still didn't, still's not looking correctly. So this one doesn't have any border sides anymore. Oh, none of these do actually. I've flipped it here. I've flipped. It is an ocean chunk if it is all black. Okay, let's try that again. That's definitely where I went wrong here. Okay, so I have my mountains are back now. That's good. Oh, it looks so close. We're so close, actually. Holy shit. Okay, we've got one case here that's not being handled, it seems. What is happening here? Okay, so top left. We have a fall off side on the top left. So really, maybe an easier, cleaner way to do this would just to be to get the difference of the border sides from the fall off sides. But I think maybe what's happening here is that this has a border side on the left. Actually, this one might be the issue here as well. Fall off sides is on top. We have a border side on the right. Okay, so there's some conflictions here, some conflicting sides. What's happening? So fall off sides, it has fall off on top left, bottom left, right? So top left, bottom left. So it's right here. And so the top, the border should basically only be on the bottom right. Okay, so not only do the ordinal directional fall-offs need to check... Oh, fuck, hang on. What's the logic here? So, right and top right. It says top left, bottom. So it's like this. So basically we don't want the fall off on this top half. We only want it on the bottom right. Maybe not even that. We're so close here. This is so close. Hey Banana, what am I building? I am working on the border mountains for each of these zones you see on the map here. And I do have that working, but right now I'm having some conflicting procedural vertex maths happening whenever my border mountains, which are these guys here, whenever they hit the ocean, they don't match up in all cases, and I'm trying to figure out the logic for when those don't match up with the coastline tiles. We're almost there though. We basically have it working. There's just like one scenario here that's not. And so this just has a fall off side on the top left. That didn't and so if it's top left, I think I have to I think what I have to do is if a fall off side is on the top left, I cannot have a border side on the top or the left. Do you have a very good PC to run Unreal Engine, and if you do, what specs to recommend to run Unreal Engine for heavy games? I recently got some upgrades because I was running into troubles with all of the procedural stuff I'm doing. It takes up a ton of memory. Like you can see up in the top right, I'm using Unreal Engine is using 26 gigs of memory. But if you're not doing anything like as large of scale as I'm doing, which you probably won't, what I'm doing is quite egregious. I don't think you need super awesome specs or anything. I would just go with whatever Unreal Engine recommends. It really just depends on. I mean, you say 4 heavy games. I mean, yeah, you'll need good specs to run heavy games, I suppose. Myself, I have a 7600X for my processor, and then I have a 3080 Ti for my graphics card, and then I have 64 gigs of RAM. And I put everything on a 2 terabyte M.2 drive. So yeah, the fall off side is on the top left. That's this one, because that's an ocean tile. So what we need to do, I don't want to apply basically the top left quadrant, right? But I do have a left border side here. So it really should just be the opposite of... I wonder if I did something where I iterated through the border sides and like... I wonder if I did something like this. Let me try this out. Was it easy to make the terrain / map in Unreal Engine? So I'm doing things quite a bit differently than how people would typically make terrain or landscapes in Unreal Engine. Mine's like entirely procedural, so I've done it all in code. So it's quite a bit more difficult to do it that way than with traditional terrain, where you can just kind of sculpt it yourself. But yeah, here's like all these vertices are things that are generated by me. Each vertice is with a bunch of code that I'm using. And you can see I have different levels of detail. So everything I'm doing is like entirely procedural, which is like quite a bit harder than yeah, just using a regular landscape. This would be a lot easier with a normal landscape, but it would also be less dynamic as well. Okay. So I'm gonna copy that. I need this as well. This will be the border map with the border sides, and so for each fall off map, this will be. No, I want to iterate through the sides actually, not the maps. For each, not in noise map, but in fall off sides. If the border sides contains... Ugh, I'm gonna have to do so much logic for this, it's gonna be annoying. Does the game run faster if it's self-coded terrain? So you mean like for what I'm doing? No, it doesn't run faster. It would be quite the opposite, actually. Quite the opposite. Border sides contains what? So I basically need to. Obviously, if it contains itself. If it contains itself, remove it from the border side. But then I also need to check. This is gonna be annoying. Like basically every side has like 3 that it should get rid of. So maybe I should just build like a little map for that. I'm trying to think of what this would look like. T map of E fall off side to T array of fall off side. to be like the fall off side exclusions. I wonder how easy can I, oh, hang on. Show me that again, Copilot. Okay, not quite. So top left, and top right. So essentially what I'm building here is a map of like, when I have top, get rid of these ones, right? Okay, right. Top left, so I would want to get rid of top left, and also top, and also left. Top right, get rid of top right, get rid of top, and right. This may actually make some of the code I wrote elsewhere obsolete as well. Bottom left, bottom and left. This will be bottom, right, bottom, and right. Is normal C++ different from game dev C++ because I also want to build games in Unreal Engine, and I don't have neither experience in C++ nor Unreal Engine. Yeah, so Unreal Engine has its own, it's called the reflection system, that's built on top of C++, so it's quite a bit different. It does make a lot of things nicer though, but you don't necessarily need to know C++ or even use Unreal Engine C++ to make games in Unreal, right? Like you can just use blueprints if you want to. And that's probably what I would recommend going for. Like you should definitely just start with blueprints, and then if you still have a desire to learn C++ after diving into Unreal Engine and learning all the systems, then you can look into learning that at that point. But I would say just learn Unreal Engine with blueprints first. I did not do that, and it was quite difficult. For each exclusion, remove it. Okay, is this gonna work? Okay, let's see. We run it, let's clear all our logs out here. Okay. Oh my god, it's still fucky. Still fucksy wucksy. Okay, what do you look like? You have a top left fall off side. So that should have gotten rid of the left border side. Right? Okay, so top left, top, and left. That should have gotten rid of that. Why didn't it? Why didn't that do that? Top left. Top left, top left. Is it removing anything? Like, is this actually working? I'm gonna guess no. I'm just gonna throw a breakpoint there and see if we even actually ever hit it. Oh, right. Hang on. Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, continue. So we are actually hitting it. That's what that means, but... I didn't run live coding, so it didn't show me. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so that didn't actually get hit. Oh, because I removed the goddamn breakpoint. Jesus. One more time. Okay. Exclusion, bottom left. Okay. This should like it returns number of removed elements. So let me actually see. Let's see how many it removes here. I'm gonna guess that it doesn't actually remove them properly. Yeah, it's 0. It's 0, so it's not actually removing any. Okay, so that probably has to do with what is border size. Let me look at the def for this. It's actually a t-enum as byte array. Okay, so I'm gonna guess. Is there something I can do with that? Get value? That's probably what I need to do. Let's see if that removes them properly now. And then let's see if our actual border or zone border mountains are actually blending into. Oh, it still didn't fucking work. It still didn't remove them either. We still have this one little fucker right here. Okay. So why isn't this removed? Border sides. If it does contain the exclusion. So why can't it also use the same equality check to remove it properly? What's the difference between a U-enum and a T-enum as byte, you know? I don't quite understand. Now, if I make this a T-enum as byte, we'll just do all of them T-enum as byte. Will that make it, will you be happy? Will you remove properly? So I don't want to have to do another nested iteration to actually find and remove it. It's messy. That's a messy. Okay, yeah, it's still 0. Why? Why? What other remove? Index up by key, so let me see what this finds. I'm not actually removing them. I'm just gonna see if this can actually get the index, and then we'll just remove it like that, I guess. Kind of annoying that we have to do it that way. But I'm not, it is -1, so it's not even finding them. Okay, so I'm gonna log a few more things here. I want to remove the fall off side that we are trying to string. I have to do U-enum get string something get value as string. That sounds right. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So fall off side to remove. Then I also want to log the border sides array. Which means I have to iterate through it and build this like fucking string. So it's a string. sides string plus equals u enum get value as string border, put a comma there. Okay, then we'll log that. Okay, so that is the additional information I want to see. These 4 instances. Okay, sir. Okay, I guess I am only logging those ones. Hang on. Gotta actually go find them now. Okay, so fall off side to remove. Exclude. I should be logging exclusion here. Tab at the end. And then where is this happening at? I don't know that I need to log whatever this is anymore. Oh yeah, I'm like logging everything here, which I don't need. That was for debugging purposes earlier, I think yesterday, last night, when I was doing that. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. Show me the money. Okay. Exclusion, bottom left. Border sides is only bottom left. Why can't it find that? What? How the hell do enums work, man? Why isn't my... So contains does include it, but I can't use... I can't do index of by key. So I guess I just have to iterate through it again. This is such a nasty... .num. I was just looking for a PC to buy to run Unreal Engine, and I was shocked at the prices, $3,000. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to pay a premium if you don't build it yourself, you know. Yeah, and I would be curious how you're searching for those. Like, are you just searching for like PCs that could run Unreal Engine? I mean, yeah, you'll probably need to drop at least $1,500 if you're gonna build a new PC. But 3,000, yeah, that is a lot, but that's probably a pretty beefy computer. But I would look at, like, let me see here. Unreal Engine recommended specs. So I would look at this page. And go from there. Yeah, I would look at this page. Here, I'll drop the link here in chat. There you go. Take a look at that page, and I would go off of the specs there. And you guys can, if you want to use these types of features, you know, looking at a feature and decide if that's something you want to use, and then, you know, go off of the recommendations here. And I would search for PCs with those specs. Yeah, but back to this fucking enum issue. So I need like a found. So that's void. And so let's log that instead here. Let's see if that even gets the right index. There's something wonky happening with these, this enum equality stuff. I'm not quite sure what it is. Am I logging it as num removed? Okay, I am. So num removed. Exclusion, bottom left, border size is empty after that. So yeah, I guess if that was the only one. Okay, so did that actually remove it this time? It might have. That might have worked, actually. Huh. It worked on this one. This one actually blended properly, because before because there was a fall-off side in the top left, it also had the border side on the left, so that one properly got excluded. Now comes this one. Yeah, I mean, technically, this is... Logically, yeah, this is what I did. But I guess I only want it... So... Oh, we're so close. We're so close here. But I guess literally what I want is the inverse of the fall-off sides here. Because I only want, this is on the whole right side, but now I only want, and it's, what is it? It's top, left, bottom left. So, top means anything in the top right. It should transform right into bottom right. Ugh, and then there's going to be edge cases with that as well. Oh my god, we're so close though, man. We're so close. What's the logic for this then? Yeah, that needs to change into bottom right. I actually need to transform. I think I'll need to run through this twice. Oh, this is going to be so nasty. This logic is going to be so nasty. What is the logic going to be for this, man? left. Essentially, top covers top, top left, top right. So I make my first pass where I exclude everything, and then I need like a transforms pass. Well, I should transform first and then remove. Actually, you know what I should do? I think I know an easier way to do it. I should only use the cardinal directions, or the rather the ordinal directions here when I'm generating my border sides, because I can just combine something like I can combine top right and bottom right to form a right. That would be the same. Top right and bottom right is the same as right. Yeah, okay, so let me actually, I'll do an append here, and rather than right, top right, bottom right. And then that way, we only have the ordinal directions, and the exclusions works a lot better, and I don't need to transform anything. So this is left, so this will be top left, bottom left. So I'm working with quadrants, not sides. Top right, top. What am I doing? Append top left, top right. And this will be append bottom left, bottom right. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have such high hopes for this. Oh, this feels right. This feels good. Give it to me. Show me. There it is, dude. Oh no, there it isn't. There it isn't. Oh fuck, I didn't see it. Okay, that still didn't work. God damn it. False alarm. Okay, and so why didn't those get excluded? I look like Ramzan Kadyrov, head of the Chechen Republic. I mean, I am, actually. You didn't know I was also in the game dev a lot, as well as ruling the Czechs. Okay, let me make sure. And so this would have been right. Yes, yes. Okay, so let me look at those exclusions. I also have to see what this guy looks like. You think I look like that guy? I don't look that old, right? Not that old. So I feel like this top should have top right. Top right. So it should have gotten rid of top right. Why didn't it? Why didn't it? Ah, we didn't remove all of them, that's why. It would be really nice if I could remove all. Remove all that match the predicate, so I can use a predicate here. Hang on, maybe I can. Maybe this will be better. What is this predicate taken? Let me find a usage of it. Okay, just a ref to what type of parameter it is. So that would be like a t enum as byte, e fall off side ref. Pass that exclusion in there, and then does this return like the num? Yeah, it does. Okay. So just comment that out for now. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, let's test this out. Let's look at our logs here. What did we get this time? Okay, we did remove multiples there. Wait, is this it? Is this it? Oh, this is it. This is it. We did it. Oh, we fucking did it. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, because there's the mountain range. We've kind of messed up the mountain range a little bit. A little bit. The borders are not so bordery. They're very, Yeah, okay, so... Okay, so we fixed one problem and created another, is what has happened. So like this one, instead of having borders on top, right, bottom, and left, it only has them in the four corners. And so the middle is like that. Which is not exactly what we want, and so essentially what we're saying is like... What do I need to do? I need to say something like... If there's an ocean chunk nearby, I should transform, use only the ordinal sides. I think that's what I need to do. So undo this. So I'm gonna instead transform it to that only when... God, I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna have to refactor this. Fall off side transforms. And so we only give a shit about transforming the cardinal directions, and we transform them into their ordinal counterparts. But we're only going to do that if fall off sides is not empty. I'm going to go if fall off sides not is empty, then we'll transform it. Should I just do a new border sides array? Is that how I should handle this? And then assign it after this if it's not empty? Or should I should just mutate it in place maybe? Hi Moxie. Did you have a good nap? Come here, Moxo. Come here. Oh, you're so sleepy. Come here, puppy dog. Oh, big chunker. Hi. Oh, you a sleepy dog. Look at her. She's such a sweetie pie. Here, why don't you sleep in the doggy bed? And she's like, okay. No, you didn't like that bed? Being so good, Moxie. Oh, big yawn. Okay, yeah, I want to mutate it in place maybe, but it's gonna be annoying because I'll just have to add it to the end. I'll have to remove it. It's so annoying to like. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? I want like a reducer function, but I think probably what is easiest is to just like create a new array. I'll say transformed border sides, and then we'll do a for each on the border size. Border, and then I'll say like if fall off sides transforms dot contain. This should be like border sides. Border side transforms contains the border. And then I will transform border sides dot append the the value border sides transforms of border. And then else add border. If transformed border sides is empty, if it's not empty, and what I need to do here is if, right, because I only want to do this, I only want to do this when there are fall off sides on the same chunk. Okay. fall off sides isn't empty. Okay, and I'll say something like, put a comment here, when there are also coastline fall offs on this chunk, transform border sides so that they can be properly excluded. Why can't I spell excluded today? Okay, yeah, if that's not empty, we can do border sides. Do that, and then, yeah, that should just happen naturally. Okay, let's... I'm kind of skeptical if this is going to work. I feel like I wrote something wrong, but we'll see. What I'm looking for is a strong border. Fuck. Okay. The borders do indeed be looking strong. They do be looking strong. But this one got fucked up. So you did not have any transformed ones. But you did. Fuck, there are issues here. Now I'm having the opposite problem. I have to like transform it back. How do I want to handle this? So I can either go back over and transform them back. Because essentially what I need this to be is just a bottom, right? Oh, what is my issue here? Yeah, maybe I don't just... I'm doing a transform just whenever. Maybe I only do a transform when there is a collision. I think that's probably what I should do. So when I reach a fall off side that has an entry in the border side transforms, use that to transform before removing. I think that's the logic. If, not border sides, I need if border side transforms contains this exclusion, I need to transform the border side. Rather, this should happen here, right? No. Let me look at this again. I got transformed into a bottom right and a bottom left. There was a bottom. What needs to fucking happen here? If border side transforms contains the exclusion. So if I had like a top fall off side, top would be exclusion is top left, top right. Because what I want to do is, like, when I have like a top fall off side, if I have a right border, I need to transform that into a bottom right border. So top would be like, oh god, this is gonna get so fucking messy. If I have a top, I want to change left and right. I mean, this map is going to be like, if I have top, what things do I change into what? So it should really be like 3 parameters, I guess. So this should be a T map as well. A map of a map. Oh, this is getting messy. God, this looks disgusting. So if I have a top, that is going to change left into well, really, it should just be 1, right? Not an array here. So it gets a bit better. It's not so bad. It's still disgusting. Left would turn into bottom left, and then right would turn into bottom right. Left. That's not how that looks, right? I have to wrap left and bottom left in one of those. Right? Oh Jesus, this is so bad. a bottom would turn right into top right. And it would turn left into top left. Let me make sure I just have this syntax right. Do I have that right? I do, actually. Okay. Duplicate that twice. So top, bottom, left would turn bottom, or we'll start with top. Left would turn top into top right, and left would turn bottom into bottom right. And then right would turn top into top left. And bottom into bottom left. Oh boy. So get rid of that. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that anymore. If border side transforms contains exclusion, and then border sides dot contains exclusion, or no, it should be if exclusion. It's going to be border side transforms of exclusion contains the border side. Not contains, because this is just one value, so it should be if border sides contains this. God, this is getting so fucking complicated. We do that transform. T enum as byte for E fall off side. This will be transform key, right? But border side transforms of exclusion. Oh, right, it's like a map. Oh, okay, so we have to iterate through each. That's so fucking complicated. Does that sufficiently transform it? I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and then I will figure out when I get back. Let me run some ads real quick while I do that. Alright, let's figure out if this is gonna fucking work now. This is like really fucking complicated. Okay, so for each fall off side, for each exclusion, and fall off exclusions for the exclusions in that fall off side, if border side transforms contains the exclusion, because what we're saying here is we have this side, we need to transform left into bottom left, and we need to transform right into bottom right. And so for each transform entry, we do that. Okay, I think I need to do 2 passes over this, because I could transform something into something that's an exclusion after the exclusion has already applied, therefore not excluding it. Are you still using Voronoi for biomes, or have you switched approaches? I am indeed still using the Voronoi. I don't know if I'm going to switch approaches. I think it's working pretty well. What I'm doing right now, Phoenix, by the way, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I've applied the border mountains to each zone, but there were some issues because the way I'm applying the mountains is by essentially doing the inverse of what I'm doing for the coastlines, which is subtracting a fall-off map, thus creating a coastline. Instead, for the mountains, I'm adding the fall-off map. And so what happens when the mountains meet the coastline is a bunch of fucky wonkiness, a bunch of fucky wucksy stuff happens. And so I'm trying to handle those scenarios right now to get those two blend together properly. And it's becoming quite complicated. But that's what I'm walking through here. If border sides then contains the exclusion still, remove it. I mean, I still think I need to do this twice, but I'm going to run this and see what happens. Okay, so yeah, that did not work. And so zooming out a little bit, like you can see the borders here, right? So this whole section right here is the green. I'll flip it to where we'll look at this side, like that. So you can see here, that's this. So it's working pretty well, quite well, but we have some issues. So okay, this one, so we have a fall off side on the top left, and then the border sides, wait, what, am I still doing it? I should have a border side on bottom. Why didn't I? Top left. It should top left. Should top left have transformed any border side? I'm not sure. So top left, it I guess it should have changed top into top right. Am I thinking about that correctly? This should be this should just be bottom. This should just be a bottom border side. But I think it got transformed from... Was there a am I doing this wrong? I feel like this is the same thing that I had. Okay, I didn't... There's still updates that didn't apply, so I think maybe that's why this is happening. Let's rerun that. There's a puppy dog. There he is. Puppy. Okay, let's see if that made a difference. It didn't. I was expecting it to do. It looks exact same, which doesn't match up with what's in my head. Why? Okay, what happened here? So I had a top left, and like when I generated them, I'm not generating them like that. anymore. I'm just adding the right, left, top, bottom. Ooh. For each fall-off side, or the exclusions. Is that what I should be doing? I don't think that's what I should be doing. I shouldn't be doing it for each exclusion. I should be doing it for each fall-off side, I think. I think I should be doing that there. Yeah, so if I have a top fall-off side, I need to transform. Yeah, and that way I don't have to do it twice. I think this is what I should be doing instead. Oh, I just descaled and recalibrated my espresso machine this morning. Ooh, the coffee is fucking nice. Did we do it? Is this it? Oh, I think that's it. Oh. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that's fucking nice. Okay, so now the problem is I want to make the border mountains taller than the other mountains because it's kind of hard to tell, and like players could easily walk over those, right? So I want to make I want to basically multiply. I think I could just multiply that now. Let's do it by 2.5 is I think what I had this at before. Does this still work? Or do I need to do more here? Those are some tall fucking mountains. They kind of look like shit, but what's important is the coastline by the mountain still looks good. We're gonna run over there now. Those are some tall mountains. I want to zoom out and look at that a little bit more. They do look kind of bad on the seams, but it's okay for now. So the zone borders, I think we finally have a passable solution for this. I do want to check out some other areas to make sure we're not missing any edge cases or anything. The fuck just happened? Did I run out of memory? I think I probably ran out of memory. Dude, Ryder crashed too? Okay, so this was a Ryder crash, actually. Twitch, you still there? Twitch is still here. Okay. Hell yeah. So I'm actually going to turn my distance down. I doubled it so that I could test some things out here. But it takes up a lot of memory when I generate that many chunks. So we're going to take that back down. And this will actually allow me to teleport around now as well, without crashing. Because when I teleport, it has to load all the chunks first. And when there's still chunks loaded that haven't been garbage collected, and I'm loading another set of chunks, it's like way too much memory. Bro, you probably wrote your first software on a smart fridge with binary. What am I supposed to take? I don't even, like, I know what you're saying, but like, what do you mean? What does it all mean, Basil? Is that an insult or a compliment? And are you saying I should boot up Unreal Engine on a smart fridge? What do you think? Dude, I have no fucking idea, that's why I'm asking. Okay, come on, Unreal. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. So I'm gonna try to teleport and see what happens. This may just crash, but we'll see. Okay, no, it was good. Okay, so now we teleported right next to our zone border. And I just want to check. Oh, Jesus Christ. Trees are literally spawning inside me. Those are some big mountains there. Yeah, so this one has like 2 different fall-offs on it. Multiple, actually. But you can see where the 2 different fall-off sides combine. It just makes that seam. So I could definitely do some better blending there. To make that look a little more natural, but it's fine for now. It's not a huge deal. Cool, cool. Let me bust out here. I'm gonna bust out. Yeah. So that's that. Sick. Okay. Let's check out some more of these zones. I want to go to this area down here, because there's probably just mountains all around here. Let's go over there. Okay, so let me I'm going to change the orientation here. This is a nice bay. Look at this bay. Look at this naturally forming bay. And then this area right here and up there is like the little bits of blue here. And I guess there's a little cyan down here as well. And then the yellow would be this area here, because there's these 2 lakes here. So yeah, let's go back. Let's teleport here. Take a look at this area. Interesting. So this lake actually runs into the ocean. Cool, cool. Okay, let's check out this green over here. What orientation am I looking at here? Suppose it would be like that? Ah, shit, I clicked stop. Okay. Ah, nuts. What is this? What is this? We found one. Oh, we found multiple. Oh, this looks like shit now. What happened here? What happened here? Okay, so we have a fall-off side on the bottom left. And we have a border side on the bottom right. but we should also have one on the top, right? Or at least we should have one on the top left. What happened here? Did I transform them incorrectly? Is anything else? So it honestly only, what is this one? This one is, we have a border on the top right, bottom and top left is fall off. That seems about right, and it matches up. So we have one here that's not correct. And I'm gonna look at this other example. Is this like the same scenario? So we have bottom left, bottom right. This is a bottom right as well, with a border side on the bottom right up there. This is also a bottom right. Fall off on the bottom. So this should really have bottom left and top right border sides on them. Let me look at the code here. Top will exclude top left, and top right. And so I'm going to focus on this one. So we only have a fall off side on the bottom left. So this should have... I wonder... You know what I think I want to do? Let's store the original fall off sides. Where do I store the border sides? It's in the terrain chunk, right? Each yeah. Okay, so I need to see what I transform them into. So I need to, yeah, we'll just have one for original border sides, and then in here, oh boy, center is the chunk coordinate, correct? So I should be able to get it with that. And so let me get world, get subsystem, U procedural terrain subsystem, if I'm not mistaken, has this function on it. Get terrain chunk. Oh no, I have to get the endless terrain. Which I think I can get from game state. You can met what was it? U gameplay statics. Get game state from the world and cast into a my game state. Endless terrain gets terrain chunk. It should just be in the terrain chunk map. Yeah. At this center. And then I can original border sides. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I should, wherever I set border sides, I should just set to the original border sides as well. Yeah, this is a much better way to do that. There we go. Okay, so now that'll be persisted. And I can see what they started as. I can see how it started and how it's going. If I'm not mistaken, that Margaret Hamilton, that's the lady that's in that picture. next to like the massive stack of like books and papers and shit that she like used to like write the code for the moon landing. Went to the moon on 64 kilobits of RAM, but I can't fucking build a video game less than 64 gigs. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. I might be hopping off soon. Might be hopping off soon. Get rid of that. Where was that area? It was like, it was over here, right? I had the issues. You can't leave. Okay, yeah, here's the chunk. So, show me the original. Okay, so good. So the original border sides were left bottom and bottom right. And so that got transformed, or some got removed. So bottom left would have gotten rid of bottom and left. This should have a top left on it. This should have top on it. Which is interesting that it doesn't. I wonder if this is just an error in my generation. Yeah, I may have to check that out a little closer. Why didn't this have top on it? Because in the top direction, I guess what am I looking at here? I'm looking at like this pixel, like right there. Like right there. Right in between red. So this would be a red pixel and this would be a green pixel. Left. Okay, so this has a border side on the bottom left. So this is a border pixel. This is a border pixel. This one, pretty sure it's this pixel right here. Left, bottom. Is this a red one now? But then why would this one be? I kind of feel like these fall-off sides weren't generated correctly in the first place. The rest of them look good though, so it's like, why? Wait, wasn't there one over here that looked bad too? I guess it's fixed now? Question mark. And am I looking in the right orientation? I think I am. Left. Should only have one on the bottom right. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the right orientation. Bottom left. Yeah. What scenario is this? What scenario is this that I'm not handling correctly? It should have top. Is what I'm saying. So this is you know what I need to do? So we're going to turn that off. I need to go into my UI and enable my cursor when I'm looking at the world map. Actually, I think this will be in my HUD. Show world map. Yeah, here we go. And this way it'll... so I wrote some code to... shows me what coordinate I'm hovering over. See at the top? So now I can actually teleport a little bit easier. Now what I should do is, okay, so when I click on this, this is terrain chunk -4015, and so what is can't actually see. Oh, it's because I'm, so where is negative 40, 15? Okay, so negative 40, 15 is actually a red. Okay. Teleport, please? Why is it teleporting me back? Negative 40, 15. Okay, that just took me... somewhere entirely different. I'm wondering if I have, like, maybe an off by 1 error, because... This is not correct. And let me look at, show me this one. What is this one? Negative 42.15. And that should be... Yeah, so actually none of these are entirely ocean. I thought there would be. I think maybe there's like probably one in here that's like entirely ocean. There you go. There's the full ocean tile. I gotta turn off the water here. There we go. That's a full ocean. And that's negative 42.15. Interesting. I almost feel like this, I mean, it's really hard to see. I should make a zoom function for this map, probably. Because it's really hard to see some of these pixels. I should make this map zoomable. That would help with what I'm trying to look at here. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna hop off now. Got some guests coming over, so I need to take care of that. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Made some good progress today, I'm happy with it. Got a few edge cases that we need to look into. But, yeah, other than that, I should be on, probably next time I'll be on is tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, just like during the day. It'll be during the middle of the day at some point. I know, I cry too. I wanted to get this figured out and ironed out, but I'm actually really happy with how some of this is looking. It's looking really good. What a loser. Yeah, if I didn't have a buddy in town from out of town, you know, I would definitely be not having people over. But it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. But for now,